It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready up.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing to start this game. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Come on. Ready?
The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and keeps that defense honest.
Ready.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Ready?
Another carry for him. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go now. Go.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's cut after a gain of about 2. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
19. 60 Vikings.
They give it to him again. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Buying some time right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Here we go, here we go. Come on, Cowboy it. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, Buffalo 18.
Throwing again on second. Cut near the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Again, it's Cook. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Danger, Kent. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 43. Play action now. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. But geez, you couldn't start any better.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. No problems on the extra point there. And the Bills respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Tyler Bass.
we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Dive play straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Passing now on second and 10. Escapes the pocket. And a good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7. And give this offense now third down. Working quickly here. Shotgun now on third down. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther. Cowboy 80.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Ready.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Go. Viking 18. Cowboy 80.
This is Metcalf working that right side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. Into the house he goes. It's a pick six and a Pittsburgh touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. The same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Back to the air, it's Allen after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Allen on the play action. Rolling out to his left. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Allen. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Darian Porter. That deficit, and that's nothing, Brock. They are right in this game, but they'll make it final if they keep hurting their cause with these interceptions.
Play smart, not scared. That's a mantra that the Colts and Tom Moore and Pavement play smart football, not scared to make a mistake. And right now, he is just making way too many mistakes.
First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing from the gun. Hits his running back. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First down, play action. He beams one, deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 bucks. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Warriors. 70.
Now looking to throw. Hit some space around midfield. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. They are throwing it again. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And they're going to hit him a big loss on this first down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Track Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Bills going nickel, 3rd down.
19, 18, come 19, come 19, Cowboy 80.
3rd and long for him here. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Second down. Here's Allen again. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So Buffalo's going to call a second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them from the 31. First and 10. Here's Allen. Buying some time left. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get it back after making their third first-half interception. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last two drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build the momentum and build on this lead.
Here's a design run. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Here's a screen for Cook. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a James Cook touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Another run here from the gun. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Come on.
First down, and they go right back to it. Now, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked up by Terrell Bernard. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen to throw. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. Will muster a little down to the 30. Is Darian Porter in on the stop.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Finds Kincaid. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Again, Allen to the air. Cut near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Headed out right. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
24, Bills 21. Tyler pass to kick off for Buffalo.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Buys time, rolling right. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Kate, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big 3rd down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Mustang 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Working on 1st down. Completed to his running back. Rolling into enemy territory. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On the ready.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Here we go. Set. Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Kennedy Lions. Go.
Back to throw. He rolls to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his right. Connection made with his back deep downfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Come on. Set. Ready.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the word, but just catching the football.
Bills 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Bills football and their season on the line here as they trail. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now with Allen. That's Knox. He's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Allen now on first down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Down the sideline to the 45. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. So 20 yards on that play. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Pushing for the red zone. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone. Down at the 19. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's caught. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw for Allen. Complete to Shakir. And they bring him down around the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. To the air again, Allen. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Allen on 3rd and short. Drops it off to Cook. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Allen gonna throw again. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's tackled for a short gain. Copy the pace here as the clock continues to run.
Brings up 2nd and
To throw again, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Allen to throw. And this is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
38. Bills 28.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team.
Onside kick.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll run. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Cowboy 18, 5 in. Ready, right?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Chased out to his right. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead.
Bills 28. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now Allen dumps it off to his running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Allen looking to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Again, Allen to the air. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on to win this ball game. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. They are Super Bowl bound, Brock. We now know who's going to be representing the AFC in the battle for the Lombardi.
Yeah, you never set out with the goal to be good. You set out to be great. You don't set out to just be a playoff team. You set out to be one of the 2 teams playing on that special stage of the Super Bowl. And with this win, now they will be.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.